In 1760 France, Marianne is charged to paint the wedding picture of Heloise, a young lady who has recently left the community. Since she is a hesitant lady of the hour-to-be, Marianne shows up assuming some pretense of friendship, noticing Heloise by day and subtly painting her by firelight around evening time. As the two ladies circle one another, fascination and closeness develop as they share Heloise's most memorable snapshots of opportunity. Heloise's representation before long turns into a cooperative demonstration of their adoration. Toward the finish of the 1800 years, Marianne, a youthful painter, is showing painting examples. One of her understudies gets some information about a canvas of hers, which Marianne calls Representation de la jeune fille en faux. Years already, Marianne shows up on a segregated island in Brittany. She had been charged to lay out a representation of a young lady named Heloise, who is to be offered to a Milanese aristocrat. Marianne is educated that Heloise has recently would not posture for representations, as she would rather not be hitched. She had been living in a religious circle before the self-destruction of her more seasoned sister required her return and her pledge. Marianne goes about as Heloise's employed ally to have the option to paint her stealthily, and goes with her on everyday strolls to retain Heloise's highlights. Marianne completes the picture, however finds herself unfit to deceive Heloise's trust and uncovers her actual justification for showing up. After Heloise reprimands the canvas, which doesn't appear to depict her real essence, Marianne obliterates the work. Heloise's mom is stunned to hear that Heloise will model for Marianne over the course of the following couple of days. While her mom leaves for Italy, Heloise and Marianne's bond develops. One night, they read the account of Orpheus and Eurydice while discussing the genuine motivation behind why Orpheus pivoted to check his significant other out. The pair help Sophie, a servant, have a fetus removal, and the three go to a huge fire gathering where ladies sing and move, during which Heloise's dress momentarily bursts into flames. In the meantime, Marianne is spooky all through the house by dreams of Heloise in a wedding dress. The following day, Marianne and Heloise go to a cavern and offer their most memorable kiss, and energetically have intercourse sometime thereafter. Over the course of the following couple of days, their sentiment develops further. Nonetheless, it is stopped by the unavoidable return of Heloise's mom. Marianne outlines drawings of every one of them to recall one another, and says a short goodbye.
Pour moi, je n'aurais pas d'image de vous.
As Marianne runs out of the house, she hears Heloise express, "Pivot." She pivots and sees Heloise in her wedding dress, showing up precisely as she did in the dreams that spooky Marianne prior. In the present, Marianne uncovers she saw Heloise 2 additional times. The initial time was at an exhibition as a representation, where Heloise was displayed with a kid and secretly holding a book showing just the edge of page 28. Reviewing a self-picture of Marianne she mentioned on that page. The subsequent time was at a show, where Heloise and Marianne sat opposite each other. In spite of the fact that Heloise didn't see Marianne, she was overpowered with feeling as the ensemble played the presto from Summer from Vivaldi's Four Seasons, which Marianne had recently played for her on a harpsichord.